I'm Danny Gurry, and you've tuned in to Good Morning Frederick. It's a podcast, about Frederick. Everything, the people, the businesses, the nonprofits, and the cool stuff. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Good Morning Frederick.
Hi, I'm Barbara Kirshner-Daniel, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Oh, good morning, Frederick. Today is Thursday, October 10th, and I'm your host, Danny Gurry. How are you? Can't believe this is show number 136. Can't believe it. Were you one of the 9 winners from yesterday's show, our 1,000 subscriber payoff? Well, be sure to watch the show yesterday, and if you are, you need to reach out to me to organize picking up your prize. We gave away long sleeve winter t-shirts. We gave away a fleece, and we gave away some of our 100th show shirts as well. So fun. We're going to do it again. Every 500 subscribers, we are going to, oh, my thing's in the way. We are going to do another giveaway. So enjoy it, but let's keep getting those subscribers. All right, let's go over what is happening today. I've got Chris Michaels, maybe Bob. I think he was on the air this morning. It looks like they still had power in Florida, but I've seen, actually, I've heard from a few of my friends down that way, and things seem to be okay for them. So prayers going out to people down there. We're going to go over what's happening in Frederick with our calendar of events for this week and the weekend. I've got Jennifer Zimmer from Helping Hands and Caring Hearts. They're taking another load of supplies to North Carolina. Actually, they're on the road right now. Live, we're going to have Keynan Hysten at some point from the Frederick Flying Cows to update us on what's happening and how the new team is shaping up for this season ahead. Aleesha Bora joins me. She's a senior at TJ High School, and she's inviting you to the All-In TJ 3K Color Rush event on October 26th. It's raising money for the Hurwitz Breast Cancer Fund, so we like that a lot. And finally, Nicole Orr talks about giving back with distinguished young women and her makeup and skincare line. She's also in the running for a Do-Gooder Award, which happens this evening. We love that too, because we love all the people giving back. All right. When you buy the merch, local organization gets help. Right now, all of our donations of our proceeds from our shirt sale, all Good Morning Frederick merch sales, goes to Christmas Cash for Kids. So let's see how we can do in October. With our new fleece, our 100th show shirts we still have. We've got the OG shirts that we started with, as well as our winter long sleeve tees. So when you buy the merch, local kids will win through Christmas Cash for Kids. Keep subscribing and getting your friends to subscribe. Again, we're going to do another giveaway when we hit 1,500 subscribers. Appreciate all the support. Got to continue growing to help our local businesses, nonprofits, and, talking about the cool people here. And if you're one of our new subscribers, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. And you're wondering, what the heck is this show all about? Well, Good Morning Frederick is all about Frederick. And we just talk to the cool people, the local businesses that make our economy great, and the nonprofits who give back in so many ways to our community. And we talk about all the cool stuff that Frederick is doing. So why don't we go ahead and get this day started? Oh, I was going to do the wrong one. Here we go. Yes. Thank you to our show sponsor. We help you move, whether you're moving across the street or somewhere around the country. Nicholas and his team of moving experts can make that process easier for you. And anything about moving is never easy. So anything you can do to make it easier and less stressful, you can do that. So We Help You Move will help you for sure. We Help You Move is veteran owned and a great supporter of our Frederick community. WeHelpYouMove.com. All right. I see Bob has jumped in. We're going to go get an update from him on how things are in Florida. Good morning.
Well, good morning to you, and it is a good morning. We are still here, and yeah, it was. Look, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. What we went through in the center of the state is not what they went through in Siesta Key or up and down the West Coast. But I gotta admit, you know, we stayed home. Obviously, there was no place for us to really go. And I didn't think we were gonna have that bad of a night, and it was pretty bad, but it wasn't. You know, our house wasn't shaking. I've been in, you know, my old house, you know, was stick built. So it used to shake sometimes. This one doesn't shake. I mean, but the wind was just so loud and so much of it. And the rain, I think we probably got 10 inches of rain.
Oh my Lord.
Overnight. And it was a lot. I know my rain gauge filled up. I dumped it. It's 8 inches. And I dumped it, and then but when I got up this morning, it was blown over. So, and there was still some water in it. But I haven't really been outside in the daytime to be able to see what has happened. The thing that I was telling Chris earlier this morning, two things that happened. Number one was kind of disconcerting, I think, and that was in the middle of the day when it was getting really close to hitting landfall, and right outside we were getting that it was bad rain, and we were getting tornado warnings.
Wow.
Every 3 minutes it was coming over the phone, and I was watching a guy online. He's kind of a nerdy weather guy who just sits there and, you know, and he was like, okay, here's another tornado, here's another tornado, here's another tornado. I've never seen these many tornadoes in this small period of time in this area. And it's like, you know, one of them was like 10 miles from our house, and it's like, you know, go into your safe space, go into your safe room. And I'm like, okay,
goodness.
Yeah. So we had a lot of that, and I had to admit that was a little unnerving.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when we went to bed last night, it hit Siesta Key, and then kind of made a left-hand turn and kind of came right up and right down I-4, which is where I live off of that, and Chris's mom kind of lives a little bit off of that as well, and his dad as well. So we, you know, you go to bed and it's just like you're hearing the wind just whip, and then in the middle of the night, you know, I was waking up and the power would fluctuate, and I have one of these little stupid touch lamps, and it kept going on, like it kept turning on. I'm like, why are you waking me up? I'm trying to sleep. And then we have like, I don't know. These are like these little corrugated plastic things, right? They just kind of break the wind, and a lot of people use them for their whatever wind shutters or whatever. And I guess I haven't looked, but I think one of them came off, but it was, you know, we had furniture up against it, so it's just like whapping back and forth and keeping us awake. And I'm like, well, I'm not going out there now. It's like 60-mile-an-hour winds. I'm not going to do that. So I'm looking out at my roof. I don't see too much. I don't see any damage. I don't really see anything in the neighborhood. We heard I think what we heard is either somebody was shooting guns, or they were, you know, what do you call those things that the transformers were blowing. But we had power. I woke up, we got power. So, you know, we're good. And a lot of people today aren't. And so I am blessed. We had so many people praying for us, and all of Florida. So thank you for all of that. And, you know, now the cleanup happens, and I'm sure there's a lot of people. Of course, that's where my sister lives, down in Siesta Key, who has to rebuild from Helene. And then I texted her last night. I'm like, hey, it hit landfall at Siesta Key. And she's just like, oh, Okay,
Yeah.
what more can you do when you get
Right.
nailed? You get punched in the gut, slapped in
Yeah.
the face, whatever, twice.
Yeah.
It's
Nothing
just
like just pummeling people while they're already on their knees. I mean, it's
right.
really
Yeah. It's like, what is the old saying? Hitting somebody when they're already down.
right. Yeah, kicking them when they're already down. Yeah, I think it's just really that part is just terrible. I mean, it's not. I mean, was it 10 or 15 days ago or something?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. I mean, it was just and so you watch and some of the weather guys and were kind of maybe overblown. And we watch a guy who I really like, and he was like, okay, here's what I think's going to happen. He goes, first of all, he goes, take all the models and throw them out the window,
Jeez.
then look out the window, and you'll figure out what's going on. And I'm like, yeah, there you go. Because, he was like, look, it can be here, it can be there. He goes, I really don't know where it's going to hit right now. He goes, this is where our best guesses are. He goes,
I mean, that's kind of disconcerting, I guess. I mean, I understand weather's unpredictable and all this good stuff, but I mean, how much do we spend with, all these companies, weather things and, models and predicting? It just shows, right? It just shows that no matter, Mother Nature will do what she pleases. So.
And then you're online, and I won't take up all of our time. I know Chris can't wait to talk about the Mets winning, but I'm going to do the sports. But there was a guy named they call him Captain Dan, right? And he was like, I found him online, and he was a guy who was missing part of his leg. I guess that's why they called him Captain Dan. And he was living on a boat in Tampa, and they were like they were doing TikToks with him, and he's like, I'm staying. He goes, God told me to give it a boat, sit here. And he goes, when the water rises, guess what? The boat rises as well. And they were like, you got to go. And he's like, I'm not going anywhere. Well, apparently they yanked him off the boat last night before it got really bad. So
wow, they went and removed him.
Yeah, they took him off the boat. I think maybe he got a little smart. And then the other thing that I saw, my wife saw it first, and I think I saw it too, that somebody, and I hope when Chris and I talked about this, tied a dog to a fence.
I saw that.
That's
I
right.
saw that on TikTok.
I want that guy to be tied up.
Yes.
We're on the internet. We can tie him up with
you can say whatever the heck you want.
His gonads and have him be tied to an electric fence. And a cop pulled over and rescued the dog.
Yes, I saw that on TikTok. And I mean, really stupid.
Right?
Disgusting. Barbaric.
I hope the dog is got the microchip, right? And they can scan it and find him. And I hope they throw the book at this guy.
Wouldn't that be a poetic justice? Yeah,
yes, it would.
Sure.
Yes, it would. All right. So look at him with his little New York Mets hat on.
I know. I texted him yesterday when I saw that. So, how you doing? Oh, look, you're in the full gear. Pretty soon you're going to be in the pants, and you'll have the mitt, and you'll be like in your cleats every day.
How am I doing, Danny? Well, I got to tell you, I've got a smile from ear to ear. I am grinning. However, my wife apparently won't let me sleep in the house for the next few weeks because apparently I was too loud. And then we share a wall with my neighbor, and my neighbor apparently heard me screaming and yelling too. So, yeah.
Oh, well, once in a blue moon, it's okay.
I do some kind of a fundraiser for him to buy maybe a 3X shirt so it'll fit him better.
Hey, man, it shrunk in the washing machine. What can I say?
Yeah,
that's what I always say, too, when I sit there and do this with all my shirts. Stretch them out so I don't look so fat.
Well, we are very happy for you and your Mets.
I tell you what, and you said it, once in the blue moon is right because it's very rare do I get to celebrate the Mets. Now, it's not over yet. We have the NLCS to go. We're going to be playing either the Dodgers or Padres. And then, of course, if we get to that series, the World Series, let me tell you who I want in the World Series right now, and I'll get to news because I know this isn't a sports show. I want the Yankees. Yeah, I'm talking to you, New York Yankees. I want you, the Bronx Bums. I want you in the World Series, and we're going to beat you this time. So there you go.
There you
Subway
go.
Series, a Subway Series.
Yeah, and I don't mean the restaurant either. Subway Series, and this time we're going to beat you. I'm still upset about 20 plus years ago when we lost to the Yankees in the World Series. Bob, glad to see you doing okay. My mother texted me, and she had some shingles that fell off the roof of her house, and I think a tree down. I don't think she has any huge trees, but my father. So they're all doing good. Thankful for that.
Good.
Thankful that you're safe, Bob. We were worried about
Send
you.
our
Really.
best to her for sure.
All right, getting into some news here. Hagerstown police say they quickly apprehended a bank robbery suspect earlier this week. William Roy Manchester III, 39, who has no fixed address, is charged with armed robbery, 2 counts of theft and reckless endangerment. On Monday, October 7th at around 10 o'clock a.m., a man walked into the F&M Trust at 83 West Washington Street and handed an employee a handwritten note. And I'm sure it didn't say, hey, you're looking great today in that note. Demanding money. The note also said he had a gun and would shoot the employee if that person did not cooperate. The employee was able to contact police. And in other news, many residents attended a community meeting Wednesday night at Oakdale High School at the proposed Maryland Piedmont Reliability Project. Now, of course, if you've been living under a rock, it's big news around here. That's the 500 kilovolt electric transmission line that is proposed to pass through Baltimore and Carroll counties and end here in Frederick County. Representatives from the Public Service Enterprise Group, which plans to build a line, were expected to be there. The project has generated a lot of controversy as the PSEG has not ruled out eminent domain to acquire the land it needs to build the line. But there is good news for anyone who couldn't attend the meeting. The Frederick County government channel says it will be recorded for later playback. Residents will also have the chance to view the recording, available at the county's video archive. The archive can be accessed at www.frederickcountymaryland.gov/FCGTV. If you head to our website at WFMD.com, that website will be posted on there for you. And taking a look at weather, today, sunny, high 64. Tonight, clear skies, low 38. Danny, it was freezing this morning.
I got my new Good Morning Frederick fleece on.
Look at that.
Yeah, Philly.
It's so trendy. You know that, Dan? You are very, very trendy. I got to tell you.
Very trendy, yeah. I'm
trying to raise money for Christmas Cash for Kids. I got to sell this gear.
How
there
great
you go.
is that? And we're, like I tell you, we're so excited you're a part of it this year.
Yeah, and you have the Mets, and I like pig butts, and I cannot lie.
Oh man, let me tell you something. That is so
brilliant.
Bob Miller, that shirt right there. That is the favorite shirt. I've always asked Bob to let me see it, and he's never seen it before. That is the man. Love it.
Yeah. And sports, speaking of sports, hey, how about those Mets? M-E-T-S, Mets.
They win last night?
Yeah, Francisco Lindor hit a grand slam in the 6th inning, and the Mets beat the Phillies by a score of 4-1, and they won the division series by 3-1, and heading off into the NLCS. And like he said, either against the Padres or the Dodgers. Right now, it was the Dodgers beating the Padres yesterday 8-0. That game is tied up at 2 games apiece. Game number 5 will be on Friday night. The Yankees beat the Royals 3-2 yesterday to take a 2-1 lead, and the Tigers got a 2-1 lead over the Cleveland Guardians with a 3-0 win over them. Brunswick defeated Boonesboro in boys soccer. The Railroaders got hat tricks from Chris Vasquez Molina and Chase Malone in Wednesday's rout. Tuscarora blanked South High 6-0. And Tony Kalala and Kyle Stouffer each tallied up a pair of goals for the Titans' 4th win. Girls soccer, Middletown over Catoctin 5-0. Lauren Camarote, I hope I say these names right. If I get them wrong, I do apologize. Assisted 3 goals in the night shutout. Linganore over Frederick. Tuscarora Downs South High. Kim Montoya was the Titans' top scorer. She had 1 goal and 3 assists. Girls flag football, Boonesboro over Catoctin 35-13.
Woo.
There you go. Yeah,
All
lots of stuff going on.
Well, so just for the latest, so is it still raining down there now?
No, actually, I'm looking out my window. If I could turn my computer around, I would. I've got blue skies.
Oh, nice.
I've got blue skies. I woke up this morning, it was raining, and the wind was still whipping. I mean, that's if you've ever lived through that, and it's an eerie sound of when the wind is flying by at 60, 70, 80 miles an hour. And I think that's where we probably got up to about 80, which was fine because some people had, when it hit, it was 120 mile an hour winds. So, and it went right over my, the path was right over where we live, maybe just a little bit south of it. So, right. But now we've got blue skies and people can pick up and make their way back home.
Yeah. Yes. Well, we pray for your sister and hope it's not too terrible on top of everything else. But thankfully you guys are good and you have your power. And we look forward to wrapping up the week with you tomorrow.
All right. Have a great day, everybody. Go Mets. Go Mets.
I want to thank them so much for that. All right, we'll take a quick break. Then we're going to talk about what's happening in Frederick with our calendar of events for this weekend. Well, the rest of this week and the weekend. We've got Jennifer Zimmer from Helping Hands and Caring Hearts. Keynan Hysten is going to be joining us live from the Frederick Flying Cows. We got Aleesha Bora to talk about the Color Rush and Nicole Orr from Distinguished Young Women. All of that is coming up just after this.
Join Hartley House on October 18th and 19th for 2 incredible events. Get your tickets for Cocktails and Carbs on Friday the 18th from 6 until 9 and plan to attend Walk a Mile in Their Shoes on the 19th at 10 a.m. in Baker Park. Your participation will help to end intimate partner violence. Details at hartleyhouse.org.
Oh, yeah, that just makes me want to dance. Mama Cone and I were talking about it. Ashley and Tree Trekkers did a great job. Not my Ashley, but the Ashley from Tree Trekkers did a great job on that video or Trek or Treat. We got to go decorate our platform next week for Trek or Treat. We're sponsoring one of them. I got to try to go get all my decorations for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, we'll talk about what else is happening in Frederick right now. Ah, yes. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar. It's Berea Thursday at Taco Bar. They are on West Point Plaza on Route 40, right between 40 and alternate 40, up on the top end of the Golden Mile. Berea is slow-cooked, shredded beef, and it's served a variety of ways. The most common one is on tacos with melted cheese and paired with that beef broth made from the same juices. Oh, delicious. There are, at Taco Bar, Berea tacos, queso Berea. You can do a pizza Berea, torta Berea, even Berea fries, and more. Remember, this special is only available on Thursdays at Taco Bar. Go to tacobar1.com for all the details. All right, let's talk about what is happening in Frederick. Now, I do want to actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you what the calendar, my lovely calendar that we spend hours and hours and hours on. Let me just share the screen here. And we will see. You know where to go for the best calendar in the land. It is promocircus.com. And I just want to show you what the hurricane relief, event that I have looks like. You can see it every morning, 7 a.m. It is posted. Okay, so here is what it looks like. So Pulling for Veterans, I would say a lot of these other organizations are teaming up with Pulling for Veterans. They are looking for volunteers right now to help man the donation drop-off stations or trailers this weekend. They need people to be at these locations to take in any donations that are being dropped off. So if you can volunteer some time this weekend, reach out to Pulling for Veterans. Their Facebook page is linked on the calendar, and as well, you can, head straight to Facebook and just put in Pulling for Veterans. They are looking for, wait a minute, Michelle texted me. Hang on. Just want to make sure I get all the deets right, what they're looking for exactly. Let's see. Pushing for cold weather gear and blankets. So they will take gently used winter coats and things like that, blankets, any cold weather gear. Also, let's see what else is happening. They are Friday, the 11th. Let's see, Friday, Radiothon style. Tomorrow, noon to 6 on WFRE. There'll be a Radiothon style donation run with at the FSK Post 11 on Taney Avenue. Okay, that's the Legion. So if you want to go to the American Legion Friday from noon to 6 p.m., you can do that as well. Volunteer. Okay, cold weather outerwear, jackets, and blankets can be gently used for those items only. All other clothing must be new. Tents, canopy shelters, sleeping bags, wool socks, etc. So that is the stuff that Pulling for Veterans is doing. If you can't get out this weekend or you can't donate, there are some national organizations who are doing some great stuff. Operation Barbecue Relief, very cool. They actually set up and feed the volunteers and, all the emergency services people and every first responders, any military who are down there. I think that is awesome. You can actually give right to them and they can continue to feed the people who are down there working. This team Rubicon, they are actually... they are volunteers. They're all over Florida, North and South Carolina, and Tennessee. They basically go in and let's see, devastation. They set up and serve. Just trying to figure out exactly what we call our fearless volunteer force. Gray shirts. They wear their hearts on there. I'm trying to figure out what they do. But anyway, another national organization. I think it's made up of some former military personnel, but they respond on site to any, disasters around the world, actually. Of course, you got United Way. You've got All Hands and Hearts, also a national organization, Samaritan's Purse, United Church of Christ, and then Eric Church is donating proceeds of his latest song to relief efforts. I just saw as well, there was an announcement yesterday of a bunch of country music artists getting together and doing a relief concert. Luke Bryan, I think, was one. And so that is happening as well. So look, it is... there are going to be a lot of organizations to help out. And, I think that is phenomenal. All right. So getting back to the calendar. So you can go check out the calendar with all the updates, but Pulling for Veterans is probably the best one to go to because, again, a lot of the other organizations are working with them. All right, tomorrow, Home of Everything Frederick opens, so go get your Good Morning Frederick gear. We've got new beanies, fleece jackets, stickers in a couple sizes, of course, our T-shirts and tumblers. And I am picking up today our Christmas ornaments. Can't wait to see what they look like. We've also got high school sports happening throughout the county. 5 to 7:30 p.m., 200 Monroe. Have you guys heard of this? This is the FCC Culinary Restaurant. It's open at the FCC Culinary School part, which is over at 200 Monroe. I've heard of it a couple years ago and never had the chance to go. And I looked and there was a reservation available for tonight. It is Thursdays only. And so we're going to go check it out, and we'll give you an update on that tomorrow. 6 to 9:30, the Do-Gooder Awards are happening at the Arc on Market, and 6:30, Poorhouse Trivia at X Golf. Tomorrow, Friday, tomorrow, Fall Fest at Catoctin Furnace happens. That looks really nice. Looks great up there. 5 to 8, it's Fridays at the Fountain at Monocacy Brewing right on North Market Street. And 6:30 to 10, 72 Film Fest, which is a very cool event where they write, direct, shoot short films all within a day. And you get to see the efforts on the Saturday. So it's very cool. Saturday and Sunday, we've got Color Fest from 9 to 5 in Thurmont. Remember, stay away if you don't want to be caught up in that traffic and don't want to go to Color Fest. It'll be quite crazy up there. And then you could, of course, do brunch at Frederick Social on Sunday. All right, coming soon. Next week, we're going to give you all the specific details. But in the meantime, you can go to hartleyhouse.org, get your tickets for cocktails and carbs, and you can sign up for Walk a Mile in Their Shoes. Happens on October 18th and 19th. You see that there. And coming up, October 26th, Aleesha Bora will be here to talk about this. It's the All-In TJ 3K Color Rush on the 26th at 8 a.m. Also on the 26th, 2 to 5, Canines on the Creek. The 29th is our Junior Entrepreneur Pitch Competition for the city of Frederick. It's open to all county students at FCPS, at any school, student aged 18, all the way down to 6 years old, kindergarten to seniors. It'd be awesome. And November 2nd is the Second Chances Garage Road Rally, which is a lot of fun. All right, you can check all of those out. All right, we got somebody who is doing good in our neighborhood. Let's find out who that is. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. Why trust Antietam World Travel Service to coordinate your vacation? Simple. They're full service and saves you countless hours of research. They have relationships with suppliers like Royal Caribbean that we met yesterday, and they'll monitor your bookings for unexpected schedule changes. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com now. Get started on that dream vacation. Oh, yes. Not too early to plan that. All right. Jennifer and her husband, Brian, want to help everyone in Frederick County and beyond. And they do, for sure. They have been taking loads of stuff to Kansas as well as North Carolina. So I stopped by yesterday to see them before they headed out to North Carolina today. Here is Jennifer Zimmer from Helping Hands and Caring Hearts. Fingerboard Road in Monrovia at Helping Hands and Caring Hearts. The last time I was here was April, I think.
Yes, it was.
And wow, you've just literally exploded. not only in the number of people you're helping, but now the number of locations where you're helping them.
Yes.
So this is Jennifer Zimmer. Her husband, Brian, is packing that trailer heading to North Carolina. This is your third trailer or truckload of things you're sending down there.
Yes, this will be the third one.
Yeah, so not only are you helping people in our area, but certainly anywhere you can.
Yes, anywhere. This is and also just last week or 2 weeks ago we sent more stuff to Kansas also.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. So, Helping Hands, Caring Hearts, you are basically a resource for anyone that needs pretty much anything. Food, clothing, hygiene supplies, all of that.
Yep, school supplies,
School.
toys,
Oh, yeah, you helped us
shoes,
out. Yep, school supplies.
makeup, pretty much really anything.
Yeah. So you contact organizations and they send you or get you stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. And you started out doing this when?
2022, 2 years ago.
Okay.
Just 2 years ago, August 8th.
Wow. And I mean, are you surprised by how much this has grown?
I'm extremely overwhelmed to the point sometimes I can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
I really am.
Yeah. All right. So you're now downtown Frederick.
Yes.
At Federated Charities.
Yes, Suite 210.
Yeah. And what do you have down there for people?
Clothing, hygiene supplies.
Yeah.
Personal care items.
Yeah.
Shoes, diapers, school supplies, resources. I mean, I have the whole list of, I have binders there of resources that I keep an updated list of who's hiring in the area, other places that they can go to. If this pantry's too far, I have lists of all the other pantries in every area that whole way around, because we have to work together. Like I said that before, and I have lists of everything that's in the area that's closer to them no matter where they are.
Yeah. So do you have staff that work for you now?
No. I have three volunteers now.
Okay.
And I'd be lost without them right now.
Yeah.
But yes.
So somebody mans Federated Charities if you're here, or how does that work?
I'm usually the one at Federated Charities.
Okay.
And I have somebody that's manning the pantry and stuff now.
Okay.
Which is a lifesaver.
Yeah. It's incredible. What are your hopes for the next few months toward the end of this year to achieve?
Well, we got I have a new building coming for the pantry. It's actually supposed to be here this week. It's 36 by 24 by 10, and that's going to be the big pantry, and that'll be right out back here.
Yeah.
And then this will become literally for clothing and everything to put on.
Right now, where is all the clothing?
Everywhere.
Is it in your
in between my house,
Yeah.
there. I have 24 pallets in his garage right now of clothing.
Wow.
Because the stuff that I get is brand new, suits, and
Yeah.
I just got women's clothing now.
Wow.
And I just got 7 boxes of coats delivered today.
Yeah.
That are sitting out right there.
Yes.
Right now.
they pulled up right before I did. So
And,
there you go.
So I have literally
Yeah.
everything. So if anybody needs anything, please send them over.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Well, we do know that coats are a big thing. I know Asbury's doing a drive, and I know you support a lot of these other organizations.
Yes.
So when we were collecting school supplies for United Way's Stuff the Bus, you were like, I got you.
Yes.
And you brought us a bunch of stuff, as well as I saw a lot of other people. And I don't know how you keep up with the making the contacts, getting the calls, getting the stuff, getting it here, sorting it, and getting people in here.
I used to be, I have OCD, I will tell you that. I was a social worker, but
Yeah.
I have been so overwhelmed lately. I have been missing a couple appointments lately, because I will say that.
Yeah.
I love your calendar. I wish I had that one.
I can help you.
I even told Brian that. I said, oh, I love her calendar. But when the other nonprofits do reach out to me, they do go on the top of my list, so I do know that I get to help them.
Yeah.
Like Department of Human Services, they're up there too. Like, who was it? Department of Independent Aging. They stopped here the other day and got some Ensure and Boost, because I do have that on stock.
Yeah.
And the one lady wants here coming here for some kids' clothes.
Yeah.
And I'm doing them for her today.
Yeah.
Because I have to target them for
And I
those.
think the last time we were here, you didn't have the meats yet, I don't
No,
think.
but
I
now
think
I
that
have-
just
yeah.
came, so you have a freezer full of...
3.
Three freezers
Three
full of
freezers.
frozen goods,
Yeah, and produce.
including meat. You have fresh produce, canned goods, obviously.
Yes.
But it's really interesting you've gone to some of the perishable items because
Yes.
that's a lot of pantries don't keep up with
Yeah.
that because it's difficult. Are you finding it pretty good that you're able to? I know you had friends here who kind of help you distribute things before they go bad.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, nothing so far. Knock on wood, I have nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, because I don't keep anything that's even out of date, close to
Yeah.
being bad. If it says sell by this date, it's already frozen before I even get it.
Yeah.
And it's frozen and good
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah.
If it looks bad, I get rid of it.
Yeah,
I
for
won't
sure.
keep anything like that.
Yeah.
You can pick up one of the cans now, and you'll see a date 12/26 on it. Like,
Yep.
yeah, so I date everything.
Yeah. I mean, it's great. It's great. Well, look, you are a gem to this community. We're glad that you're continuing to grow. It is Helping Hands, Caring Hearts. If you want to donate stuff or if you want to just donate money, of course, they can utilize it and make sure it gets spent well to help people in our community and beyond. Right now, we're all banding together to try to help those affected by Hurricane Helene in the South, Tennessee, North Carolina. Those areas are still affected. We're praying to God that Milton doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but certainly if those Floridians need us, we will be there for them
Yes,
too.
we will.
Yeah. All right. Well, safe driving to Brian and his helper, who's going to be heading down to North Carolina tomorrow. And you guys feel like you're going to be doing another trip
Next week, the following week.
next week. So there they go. And right now, you said down there they seem to be pretty doing well with getting supplies in.
Yes, they
Yeah,
are.
that's
Yep.
great. That's really great news. I think the entire country, though, is kind of banded together to do that, and we love that too. All right. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Helping Hands, Caring Hearts. Check out the website.
Thank you.
Oh, want to thank her. I'm trying to do a couple of things at once. Texting our next guest to make sure that he is set up and ready. And we're just running a couple minutes early. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring him on. We got Keynan Hysten with the Flying Cows. Let me bring him in here. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Doing well, thank you.
Yeah, I was just texting him like, wait, you were there and now you're not, but you're good now.
Yes,
So
and my phone is dead, so that would explain that for you. I'm sorry about that.
you are all good. You are all good. Well, a lot has happened. Let's see. I think the last time we talked to anyone or about the cows was June. So we've got some time since then. I know a lot has happened. So first of all, welcome to Good Morning Frederick today.
Thank you. It's good to be back. And
yes, good to have you. Now, you handle all of the sponsorships and partnerships that happen with the Flying Cows. So, of course, if there's any local businesses who want to align with a great partner, that's a lot of fun. The Flying Cows, I 100% recommend. But Keynan, let's update everybody kind of what's happened with the team over the summer and leading into the fall. I know we've signed some players and we have some tryouts and all kinds of stuff.
Correct. So last time I was here, I spoke about our summer camps, which went super well in June over at Monocacy Middle. Since then, we've done quite a bit. So we had tryouts this past weekend. Went great. Had some good guys there. Keeping in touch with them, seeing who may be joining us. But then we're also doing skills training every Wednesday and Sunday, as well as camps on days that FCPS is out of school.
Yeah, that's really great. Now with the tryouts, those were all, I think I promoted that or I had it on the calendar. So that was local athletes who may want to join the team.
Correct. So a lot of local guys. We actually had a couple come, one from Missouri, one from New York.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, some guys coming from far away that, like I said, a lot of guys looked good. And now it's up to coach to put everything together.
Yeah. They want to play for our coach. I don't blame them. Right. I don't blame them at all. Awesome.
And so, looking at past that this upcoming week. So next week we actually have the Moosters a week from today. So for those that don't know, that is our charity golf tournament. We're having it over at Glade Valley, 8:30 shotgun start, but that is supporting our Flying Cow Foundation. which in turn, goes and supports the many great nonprofits here in Frederick throughout our season. So,
Yeah, that's phenomenal. So you guys still have spots available?
yes, so still looking for registrations. It's going to be a little different than what most have seen. Of course, with us, it's wacky and whimsical. So, sticking with that, we have some fun holes. Beer goggles when you're teeing off. We're going to have a putt course set up on the hole.
Oh my gosh, wait a minute.
Um,
We need to talk specifically about this. I had no idea. I thought this was like a normal golf tournament. So you need to school me, because I would come play if it's like that.
Yes, I don't want to give too much away, but along with that, we're gonna have some fun prizes too. McClintock put up a great private tour, and then some events from Top Golf, things like that. Free bays. So a lot of reasons to come out. Of course, we're gonna have our slam dunk Kolsch there, and we'll be doing transmusions as well
I
for
love
the
it.
golfers. Yeah,
Oh, so fun. Okay, and when is that again?
that is October 17th.
Okay, coming up in 1 week, so you can still register for that. If you go flyingcows.com is where you need to go for that information as well. All right. Can we talk about who has been confirmed to come back for 2025?
Yes, so exciting news, and of course, if you're on our Flying Moves post weekly updates, you've seen that Tavares, the sledgehammer, he is signed back, as well as Charlie Buckets.
Woo!
I'm very excited about that. We have a
Yeah.
couple more that I know people will be excited about, and of course, season starting up March, so keep an eye out and be ready to come support the Cows.
Yeah, we're ready for that. And, Coach Ed is firmly planting himself here in Frederick. He's part of my Rotary, Key City, which is great. Getting involved in the community, going out to different events, and, just really this team is really all about supporting our community, and we need to, in turn, get out there and support them as much as we can. All right. Anything else?
I sign up for the Moosters and go Cows. That's about it.
Yeah. All right. And I guess do you guys have your sponsorships available for 2025? You're ready to go?
Yes, so please get in touch with me. Of course, spend a good amount of time getting everything together. That sponsorship packet's kind of my baby right now, so I'm
I
excited
know.
to talk with people and let you know what this season's going to bring.
All right. Well, you got to send me the updated one. I think maybe Good Morning Frederick will probably do a couple of things with you guys, maybe here or there.
Just a little bit,
All right. Have an awesome day. Thank you for joining us today, and I will see you very soon.
Yes, man. See you. Thank you, Danny.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God, I love him. All right. We're going to take a quick break. Then we're back with Aleesha Bora from TJ High School and Nicole Orr with Distinguished Young Women. That's coming up just after a couple of quick messages.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves. Double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art's splatter room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
Join Hartley House on October 18th and 19th for 2 incredible events. Get your tickets for Cocktails and Carbs on Friday the 18th from 6 until 9 and plan to attend Walk a Mile in Their Shoes on the 19th at 10 a.m. in Baker Park. Your participation will help to end intimate partner violence. Details at hartleyhouse.org.
That's me, my cue. Cue me. Here we go. All right. A&S Construction. I'm getting it up there. A local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business. And they, of course, are right here in Frederick. A&S Construction specializes in roofing and siding. They do gutters and windows and patios and decks. You can call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. Remember, tell them you saw them on Good Morning Frederick, and you'll get $750 off any roof or siding replacement, or $50 off any roof repairs. And not just them, you're going to call Sandra because she'll take care of you, and you tell her that Danny sent you from Good Morning Frederick. I promise she'll take great care of you. And she did our gutters. They put those metal protector things great so that the water gets in, but the leaves do not. All right. Aleesha Bora is a senior at TJ High School, inviting you to their fundraiser coming up. I don't know why I can't find her right now. Oh, here she is. All right, here we go. This is Aleesha Bora from TJ High School. It is the 3K Color Rush event for all in TJ. I have had the pleasure of knowing my next guest for a few years now. I'm excited to introduce you to Aleesha Bora, so you are part of FBLA. What other,
Yes.
I know you probably are in tons of different groups too, like National Honor Society, and what else?
So I'm a part of National Honor Society. I'm the president of the senior class, so senior exec. And then I'm also I'm one of the founders for a new club at TJ called Supporting Women in Medicine and Science. So those are my current involvements at TJ right now, but FBLA continues to be one of my main priorities.
Well, phenomenal. She's a senior at TJ High School, and you guys are getting ready to do an event. It is called the Color Run, right? Or Color Rush. What was it?
It's the All in TJ 3K Color Rush.
All right. The All in TJ 3K Color Rush. Tell me a little bit about you guys have chosen to donate the proceeds to the Hurwitz Breast Cancer Fund. What was the thought behind that?
After discussions with our club advisor, we really just thought that, October is such a widely celebrated and honored month, with it being Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And there are so many nonprofit organizations that support breast cancer awareness. So we thought it would be best to keep it local in Frederick and show that all the proceeds from the Color Rush is truly impacting the community that we're in, which that'll do through the Hurwitz Breast Cancer Fund, because it's a local organization that we've decided to support.
Yeah, I mean, it's phenomenal. So I just interviewed Patty Hurwitz not too long ago.
Oh, great.
This is her 25th year of being cancer-free. It's the 25th anniversary of the Hurwitz Breast Cancer Fund. So it's it's good timing, I guess, for you guys to have selected that. And they have actually given more than $3.5 million back to Frederick and care for breast cancer and other cancers as well, which is phenomenal. All right. So tell us a little bit about the All in TJ Color Rush for 2024. I saw you guys have a map, and really, it's really just a fun event.
It is, yeah. So the course is all over TJ High School. And we actually recently walked it and tried to see how long it was. But yeah, so it's going to be student volunteers throwing the color. It really just is a fun event. There's going to be pink color, blue color. And then we're trying to get vendors to come out and support the event, music, all the fun stuff to really make this an engaging and hopefully successful event. And yeah, so it's on October 26th, which is a Saturday. And the deadline for registration is October 22nd. And again, 100% of the proceeds go to the Hurwitz Breast Cancer Fund. And yeah.
Okay. So people can't register on the day then. So they have to be registered by.
They can. We're accepting walk-ins. If you feel like you want to run that day, or if you just want to go on a walk with a friend, please feel free to come and stop by.
And I remember from a few years ago when you guys did this event, you can avoid the color if you don't want to get splattered, but it's not nearly as fun as running through that powder and coming out all kaleidoscopy.
Yes, definitely. The color, I think, makes it the fun part, and you just I guess, covered in red, white, and blue, showing that Patriot pride.
Yeah, that'll be great. Now, do things, I think I saw on the website, do things kick off at 8 a.m.?
Yes. So the race begins at 8 a.m. And yeah. And then
do you
I believe it.
People don't have to all be there at the same time, or everybody kicks off at the same time? How does that work?
Everybody does kick off at the same time this time around. I know last time when we did the color rush, it was like sporadic due to COVID regulations and stuff like that. But this is going to be everyone comes at once and everyone's going to do this together. So.
Oh, fun. Okay. And then does everything then wrap up, by about like 9 o'clock, do you think?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Very good. All right. So you're going to want to get down there early if you're going to wait till the last minute, or you can register online now. I've noticed you've posted the event on Nextdoor. And have you shared it to the group Everything Frederick and More yet?
I don't think I have now.
I will. Okay. I'll make sure and
perfect.
do that too. We'll make sure and get that out there for you. But support TJ High School because they're going to give right back to our community, to the Hurwitz Breast Cancer Fund. We really appreciate all you're doing for our community. And I know this is going to be a huge success.
Yeah, I really hope so. I believe in it.
October 26th, TJ High School. It is the All-In TJ Color Rush for 2024. Get out there and join them. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Want to thank Aleesha for that. That's going to be a fun event on the 26th. And now let's go to Nicole Orr. She's heading up Distinguished Young Women, and she may win a do-gooder award tonight, but she thinks it's because of giving back through her makeup and skincare business. Here is Nicole Orr.
I am with Nicole Orr. So you run Distinguished Young Women. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. And then I didn't even realize you had this whole makeup skincare line. She just had her eyes checked. I think she's gorgeous anyway, but she was upset because she wasn't like her typical made-up self.
I don't have my cool eye, my eye look. I cried it all off in the eye doctors as they were putting contacts in
It
my
happens
eyes.
to the best of us. So let's start with the makeup and skincare stuff. When did that start?
So that actually started about 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
I was introduced to a makeup line called Saint, and I was like, I'm 48, I know how to do my makeup. And then I realized I actually didn't.
Yeah.
And it wasn't working, and my skin didn't look good, and hormones, and the whole thing. So I just decided to give this a try. And I loved the makeup. And I went, I've been doing my makeup wrong my whole life, as we get older.
Yeah.
And so I was talking about it, and I was telling people. And so the woman that sold it to me said, why don't you just sell it? And I went, that is the last thing I want to do. I don't want to sell anything. I'm happy to talk about it. I'm happy to tell everyone to go see you. And she said, well, just think about it. It's a lot of fun. And I was like, that doesn't sound fun to me. So I ended up, I was Oprah. You need this and you need this. And then I called the woman back and I said, can I do whatever I want with the money that I make? And she said, yes. She goes, I don't care what you do with it. And I thought, I could donate money back to Distinguished Young Women.
Yeah.
Or hospice or anything. And
Right.
so then that became my motivating factor is help women learn how to apply makeup, feel beautiful, have the right colors, not look like a 20-year-old from Sephora.
Yeah.
Because we can't do that
Yeah.
anymore. And then, so that was kind of like I had a really good why that I wanted to do this. It wasn't just
It motivates you differently, doesn't it?
And
Yeah.
I got to problem solve.
Yeah.
And then I was introduced to a skincare line, and I went, oh, yeah, I don't have a good skincare routine, and that kind of changed it. And so I was able to kind of add to my arsenal. But the most fun is I get to be myself on social media, and people think I'm insane. I'm like, it's like high school theater for me. I get to do all the things, and I'm like 51. I don't care anymore. And so now I get to have fun for a good cause.
Yeah.
And so I named my company Nicole's Makeup for Good, which I'll probably change at some point. But
yeah. Well, I mean, and that, again, when you're motivated by those things, it doesn't feel like selling. You love the stuff. You're just really telling your girlfriends. It's just on a bigger platform and being yourself. And That's the beauty of it, really,
Yeah.
for real. Yeah.
And I can help the distinguished young women when they come in.
Yeah.
Because either like if they're just covering up, I can teach them. Like we do a whole skincare class and we do makeup, because I think social media has really hurt the mental health of young girls.
Yeah.
And they're just taught that their skin isn't good enough, they're not good enough, they have to look a certain way. And if I can get to them when they're younger
Yeah.
to say, don't wreck your skin by doing all of this. This is what
Yeah.
you're supposed to look like.
Yeah.
And that's really hard for them when they're watching all the filters and things.
Of course. Oh my gosh, it's not real. It's like we keep trying to tell the kids, like it is just staged time and time again. They
Yeah.
don't even understand it.
What we teach our distinguished young women to do is use their social media platform as their brand.
Yeah.
So if they have photos that they wouldn't want a college admissions counselor to see, take them off.
Or prospective job.
Correct. Right. No solo
application,
cups,
right?
just stuff like that doesn't need to
Yeah.
be on there, so that when someone pulls it up, it's used for good.
Yes.
Any
I love it.
community service they've done, they can have pictures and things. It just doesn't need to go out there for everyone to see. So that's part of it. And then also it kind of helps them keep a diary of their life, where when we were growing up, we may have had we have a resume or a brag book.
Yeah.
They can go through and it kind of documents their path if they use it correctly.
Love that.
Yeah, and I
love
think
that.
then they don't have to be scared of social media.
Nope.
They never have to be nervous that something's getting out.
Right. Because
And then you can tell, if kids aren't allowed to have it, it is a really good reason to tell their parents, I'm actually using it for good.
Yeah.
And
you can be in it, you can see it, you can watch it, you can, be proud. Yeah. And that's really great advice. That's a good one.
and even how people tag you.
Yeah.
So there's a setting if you don't where you can have you have to approve the post
Yes.
if they tag you.
Yes.
And I said everyone should always have that on.
Yes.
Because you don't know, someone took a picture of you someplace and
Yeah.
you don't like where you were, what
Yeah.
you did, which shouldn't happen anyway. But at least you have control.
It does happen to all of us.
Yeah, it happens. We're like, oh, that was a terrible
Making a
photo.
face
That's
or
right.
just doing a weird thing. Yeah.
So you have to have control over what's out there.
Yeah, that's really great advice. So Distinguished Young Women is it a national program or just Maryland? It is national.
It's national. It's 58 years old, started in Mobile, Alabama.
Okay.
And it was created by a group of men actually that wanted to have an avenue to give college-bound women scholarships, because there wasn't a scholarship program for college-bound young women. It was mostly beauty pageants. And at the time, when it started, there was still a sash or a crown and which they've done away with now, and there's the medallion. But they really wanted to make sure that women had an opportunity to show that they were intelligent, they could speak in front of an audience, they'd done community service and be rewarded that way. And then it just started branching out. So there is a program in every state, and if there's not one in the county in which someone lives, there's always a program that they can participate in. So if there's only a state program, let's say in Mississippi, that's fine. Anyone in Mississippi can participate.
Yeah, very good. And it does. It gives these young ladies a great opportunity to continue their education and maybe get it paid for. Or
correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's nice.
And the scholarships that is what most of them go in for. But I'll tell you that it's the life skills that they say are the most impactful.
Yeah.
Most have never written a thank you note.
Oh, yeah,
And
I
we
know.
sit and we give them carpal tunnel. We're like, you need to write, we teach them how to write a really good note, how to address it.
It makes me laugh because
Put a
Sonia's
stamp
like,
on
what's
it.
your address? I got to write you and she did. She wrote me a thank you note for interviewing her. I love
she's
it.
the queen of thank you notes.
I'm a huge proponent of thank you notes.
Yeah.
And I hate that email, when somebody thanks me via email. I mean, I love it because, but I'm like, hey, my card's on the way. It's not here yet. It's on the way. So I noticed Sonia sent me an email and then followed up with a handwritten note so that it didn't, because we're so used to the immediacy. And that was really interesting to me.
So that's funny you said that, because you think, oh no, they don't think I'm going to thank them.
Yes.
So I always say, thank you for for the interview today or whatever, a proper thank you note is on the way.
I think that's what she said.
Because it like covers me so that they know I'm more appreciative, or I'm not going to text, hey, thank you so much for the interview.
And getting something handwritten today especially is so special. It really stands out. So it's a great way to do it. It
takes effort.
Yeah. All right. So if this is Distinguished Young Women is juniors and
correct.
High school?
So in Maryland, we love to run it where juniors apply before January 1st. So sophomores can apply and even freshmen, but we contact them when they're juniors so that we can mentor them through their junior and then through their senior year.
Okay, so you get half of the junior year,
Correct.
like January to May or June, and then the rest of the senior.
Right.
Oh, nice.
When I went through it in high school, I did it as a senior. So I went through and then right off to college.
Yeah.
And there's so much that you can either succeed. There's so much that can happen in that senior year.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it's really important to catch them. We help them with college resumes and all the things that, guidance counselors are swamped. They just don't have the time.
No.
So we're able to do
That's amazing.
that part.
All right, so where do people go?
DistinguishedYW.org.
Okay, DistinguishedYW.org.
Right.
Okay,
You
yeah,
just
we'll
click
make sure and put that up on screen. So if you have any aged young lady in high school, but certainly juniors now need to
Correct.
apply for January,
right?
So you would get selected, and you guys contact them, and then get them.
And everyone's eligible. There is sometimes a GPA cutoff of maybe like a 3.0, which usually those that are going to college, that's kind of you're at a 3.0 or a little bit higher. And that's just set from state to state, so that's not everywhere.
Yeah.
But once they apply, unless there's a reason they can't participate, everyone is accepted into the program.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so, now they have to follow through.
Yeah, it's on you after that.
We've had as many as 77 apply, and we ended up with 12 that followed through because there's some time commitment. No, we don't ask for too much. School and work is first, always.
Yeah.
And then this is third. So it's not just writing an essay.
Yeah.
They've got to do it.
How can they get in touch with you with the skincare and makeup?
So
What is it,
it's
Nicole?
Nicole's Makeup for Good
on
Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
And if for nothing else, I'm kind of entertaining.
Yeah.
So you can just, you'll meet
watch
my dogs.
this and then you can watch her.
Yeah,
I
you'll
love
meet
it.
my dogs. I talk about all things, not just skincare and makeup.
Yeah.
Because, life's weird and you got to talk about it.
And you're normal. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. This is Nicole Orr. I'm going to make sure the websites are on screen for you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's a lot of fun. And fingers crossed, she might win a Do-Gooder Award tonight. So we will find out about that too. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
A proper thank you note's on the way.
Yes.
I want to thank Nicole for that. Awesome stuff. All right. Coming up tomorrow, we got Kevin and Nate from Fresh Squeezed Please. You may have seen these lemonade duo, and we had them at the fair. I can't wait to show you what we had. Alex from Escape This and the new Level Up VR. Mama Cone, Ashley, my husband, Shannon Flannery, her sister Tara, and I did VR last night. So fun. Let me just tell you guys, you're going to love it, and you're going to laugh at the videos. Oh my gosh, so great. And then I've got a new segment with Mid-Atlantic Clinic of Chiropractic. Yeah, Dr. Amir Rashidian. We are going to be featuring some of his great stuff the second and fourth Fridays of the month. So that's coming up tomorrow. All right. Tell some friends about Good Morning Frederick. Remember, we'll do another giveaway when we get another 500 subscribers. Have an amazing day. Let's get out there and let's be great, Frederick.